Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another video.
From our living room.
From our living room this time. My name's Alexis.
And I'm Jen.
And we're That's Flipping Retro.
We buy stuff, we sell stuff, we pay our rent.
Yes. It's our new catchphrase, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just going to talk today about a little charity shop pickup that Jen made this morning.
Yeah, I've got some Xbox 360 games that I needed to test. So I found a cheap Xbox on eBay that was in Norwich, so I went to collect it. And on the way back from there, literally, 30 yards from this guy's house, was this really cool little charity shop I'd never seen before. And it was like I'm not going to say what it's called because it's going to be my secret. But it wasn't like a big chain or anything, and it was awesome.
Yes. So there is that, and we're also going to talk about something that happened on eBay recently, which is a bit confusing and or perplexing, I suppose. So do you want to start with the charity shops?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, we can pick up a bit at a time and go through
Bit
it.
at a time, yeah. So the first...
All the clothes were £1 each.
Yeah, so all this was £1. So this is...
There's a tag at the bottom.
An army shirt, basically. So this is...
Here we go.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So this is an army shirt, and it's quite a large size.
40-inch collar.
40-inch collar, so it's quite a big size. So it obviously, has all the hallmarks of an army shirt, light tanned in colour. And the tag, which is here, says on it, Shirtman's long sleeve fawn, that's actually called fawn, the colour, army. 40 collar, date of manufacture, August 2019, and it's got the name or a space to write name and number. So I presume it's the person's name and then their number.
Little army number.
Yeah. So that was £1.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know why I picked it up because it was a bit different, I think, but it's only £1, so.
Exactly.
Next thing I got, I quite like this. Oh, I didn't even see that on the back. It's a brand called Toto, not like Africa, but Totto. And it's got this little pattern on the front here. And there's the little logo-y thing. And obviously this was £1. Women's size, dunno.
Women's size, dunno.
Size small. This, I think it's Spanish or something because it's different than our sizes. But yeah, I quite like that. That was £1.
Different from our sizes?
Yeah, look, it says, it's got on it.
Sorry if there's a bit of camera wobble, there is actually a cat on the table.
Yeah. PC/S, so I don't know what that means.
Okay. So next is a bit of gym wear. And this is called Gym King. So the brand is Gym King.
Not a bloke like Jim, it's
and this is
GYM.
2XL. So basically it is, it doesn't have sweat stains, which is always a plus. Have the sleeves actually been cut off?
No, I did look and it is, that's the style.
Oh, that's the style.
Rolo, come here.
So basically, yeah, a Gym King XXL vest and in white, basically. So again, another £1.
Yeah, and obviously the right season for vests, I hope.
Yeah, coming at the right season and stuff, so.
Now, I know someone commented and said Superdry is oversaturated, but for £1 I couldn't resist this sparkly Superdry vest. Because I thought, even if we can sell it for, I don't know, £3 or something on Vinted, it's worth it. And it's got this little, what they called, sequins?
Mm-hmm.
Little sequin thing. And it says on it, Superdry, vintage Superdry, embellished by hand. I mean...
Oh, that'd be the sequins in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But extra small. So not my size. Maybe it'd fit the cat.
He doesn't look impressed. Right, so next is this top. So this is...
I really like this.
This is a vest, again. So it's a vest top. And it's one of those vest tops that they call a muscle vest top, I believe. So this is a small. It's got a few marks on it, so it does need a bit of a clean. But it says on the front, Joe, Carly and the Old Dry Skulls, Voodoo Bones and Vaudeville Blues. So there you go.
And there's a brand name in it somewhere.
And there's a brand name, which is always handy.
Yes. What's this?
That's a
Thank you for supporting my small business.
Ah, okay.
So someone's bought that off Vinted or something somewhere, or Etsy or Depop, or it's an S. Sols.
Sols.
SOL-S.
So that is the brand on there. It says Sols Mocha Small. I'll show you the tag so you can see it for yourself. That is essentially what it is. And yeah, that's 100% cotton, in case you were worried about it. But yeah,
Yes.
anyway.
Right, next up, I love this. It's got ice cream cones on it, as you can see. And it's brand called Broken Standard, and it's a size large. Just a t-shirt, really. Sorry, Alexis. Just a normal t-shirt.
Little t-shirt.
So I thought I'd give that one a go, because I don't know anything about clothing brands, so unless it's, you know, the well-known ones, I don't know. So I just pick stuff up.
So this one, I think you've already looked this fella
Yeah, I
up,
did
and
find
this
that.
is about 10 to 15 on this, so that's already sort of a known quantity, but it's just essentially like a little jersey sort of jumper with long sleeves, and it is Anthony and Alison small, so it's a UK 10. Yeah,
But it's stripy on the back and
so it's
spotty on the front.
spotty on the front, stripy on the back. There
Just
you
reminds
go.
me a bit like a jockey.
Yeah.
And then a less known brand, you know, you might have heard of it, Nike.
Or Nike, as we used to say
Nike.
back in the
And
day.
it's Nike Pro Performance Apparel. It's just a little vest. There's a little bit of wear to the tick. But £1, I thought that'll be fine.
To justify this, you see, it was a pound. It was a pound.
'cause I was-
You don't have to justify.
I was
it.
let out on my own, you see, and the clothes are Alexis's domain.
Becoming my domain.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm the fountain of knowledge of clothes. At the end of the day, I'm
The
just
next
not,
Vivienne
but-
Westwood.
yeah. Anthony Morato small t-shirt. Basically, this has got Italia on the front there.
Yep.
So it is. It's still a good shade of black as well, which is always handy because some go charcoal grey, as you probably know. So the tag says Anthony Morato t-shirt small. Sometimes they have dates on the labels, because we did find the other day actually in a charity shop. I think it was in Cromer. There was a Ramones t-shirt. Now bear in mind that wearing a Ramones t-shirt as well as Nirvana and all them got very popular a few years back. So unfortunately, every bugger and their grandmother made a Ramones or a Nirvana t-shirt. So yeah, if you check the date on the label, because it can be the sort of re-release of various designs, and not all of them are going to be vintage. So bear that in mind if you're looking for the vintage stuff.
Yes. Now I brought this because I liked it, and it's the kind of thing that I would probably wear. Faithful and True by Manta Ray. It's a nice little floaty top, but it's size 14, so there's a bit of a way to go before I even
It's very
fit into
see-through
that.
as well.
It's
I
very
could see the blinds
see-through, yeah.
actually through that. So this here, I'll just grab this one, is a t-shirt, and it is it says in here the Nouveau Club, and it's a medium. It's got born and raised in the United Kingdom on the front. Again, is still a nice shade of black. Oh, I just wanted my mouse, that's dirty. So basically there it is on the front. That's the pattern. As I say, it's quite a long t-shirt, this actually, like a long t-shirt. And I can't actually find a tag in the bottom of it, but yeah. So anyway, that's nice long t-shirt. Some people prefer long t-shirts, especially some of us ladies, because it covers our bottoms.
And this is another super dry, but it was £1, and it's for someone who's an incredibly long neck.
I've just eaten a t-shirt. She's just whacked herself in the face with a hoodie. There you go.
It's a nice pink hoodie with a roll neck on it, with a super dry there and somewhere else and there in pink.
By the way, if we have anybody under the age of 30 or 25 watching, do you still call it a hoodie? So, like the zippy fleecy kind of things, like that kind of thing. Do you still call them a hoodie, or are they known as something else now? Because this is a very
But there's no hood on it.
well, no, but it's a very late 90s, early 2000s thing to call something like this a hoodie, isn't it? Or, you know, I mean, that was something that we just said. But do you still call it that? Anyway. This is another t-shirt. So luckily we're going in a t-shirt weather soon anyway, because it's now 20 degrees outside. So it's getting that way, isn't it? So this is an Enzo medium, and this is it's another sort of nice looking t-shirt. What's that on the hem?
Oh no.
That'll come off, pick off, whatever that is. I don't know what it is.
That's a bogey. That's not a bogey.
As a bogey, right? No, it isn't. But yeah, it's just got the little emblem there. And does it have a tag without me touching the bogey? So it is. It says Enzo 989 medium, and it says here, warning: this garment features trimmings which may be inclined to come off during the wash process or general wear and tear.
Just makes me think of like roast potatoes and
Yeah,
stuffing.
like it sheds stuffing.
All the trimmings.
There we go. So yeah, anyway, that's another t-shirt. Yeah. So a lot of this we're not 100% the prices at the moment, apart from that one like jersey jumper thing you saw. But yeah.
Right, this is a brand called can you pronounce that?
Excuse me if you can hear somebody, you know, hitting things with hammers or whatever. You know, that'd be a neighbour, by the way. So just in case, you know.
Can you pronounce this?
Antioch.
Antioch. And it says anti on it.
As in Antioch.
And the label says anti everything. And it's
What size is it?
small.
Small.
Or is it extra small? Extra small. Pink jumper.
Yeah.
Or is that pink? Is that salmon?
That's an off pink, isn't it?
Off-pink.
More a salmony pink, actually. Yeah.
I know it's not really jumper weather anymore, but you never know with England, do you?
But then a sweatshirt is fine, isn't it? A sweatshirt. People wear sweatshirts and hoodies like pretty much all year round. Oi! The cat's plucking at that.
Leave it alone. Rolo, come here. Come be on the camera.
We don't want you ruining these things. Come on. So basically, like sweaters and hoodies are kind of more of an all year round thing, aren't they? Whereas like coats, heavy wool jumpers, stuff like that, they generally have a lifespan throughout the year where people wear them for certain seasons and certain periods of time before they put them up.
Yeah.
You know, and might get them back out next year or whatever. Another vest. So this is a 883 police, and it's another XXL. So it's another nice big sized gym type vest, really.
Yes.
In a nice kind of stonewashy type purple.
A bit like tie-dye, isn't it, really?
Well, not tie-dye, but sort of, you know, it's kind of like, it's got a worn kind of effect to it. So, you know, like...
it's got quite a nice label.
It has got quite a nice long label. It
doesn't say Primark, which is always good.
So 883 Police XXL style Radley M, which is always handy to know. The colour is actually rose, not purple, and it's got a just a van. It hasn't got a van. Sorry, it was just a van outside the window. And it's got fit L1963. So would this be, just out of theory here, if it says L1963, that's either a code or is that some kind of thing where they've kind of modelled it on some sort of old bit of clothing? Who knows? Don't know. We are going to look all this up, and you'll probably see it in a future video when hopefully we sell it.
Well, because everything was £1, I have to admit, I did grab this without really looking at what it was.
It's a teacher's or librarian's skirt.
And it's layered. Well, it's not. It just looks like it's layered with the fluffy bits there. But it's a brand called Per Una, which I don't think is any good.
It's not a good brand. Per Una is kind of like your budget brand. But then again, this is quite a heavy wool skirt, and you got it for £1. So.
Exactly. I can't find any more.
It's got a petticoat thing. It's got like a lining.
Thing. Oh, here's another table. Ah, Marks and Spencer.
Ah,
there we go.
Yes, Per Una. Now I
Marks and
recall.
Spencer's long It's 63% acrylic, 29 polyester, and 8% wool.
So it's a mixed blend, but yeah, that can be a vintage jobby then. To be
Yeah,
fair.
I'm sure it's worth more than £1 to somebody.
To be fair, stick it on for £2, doubled your money, whatever's. And you should show them.
Oh yes. I know these are a tiny little size and they need a good clean up. They're Campus, Adidas Campus.
And the Gazelle.
I don't know if they're called
Oh,
Gazelle.
because of Campus, sorry.
Campus anyway.
Yeah, they're Adidas, yeah.
But they're size 2 or 3? Size 2 on their Adidas. I mean, they're in decent condition once they've had a clean up, but they were only £1.50. So.
What are the heels like? Yeah, they're fine, aren't they, to be fair? But yeah, they could definitely do with the clean.
But
they're
size 2.
suede material.
Yeah,
as well,
size 2, obviously a bit small.
Yes. So size 2 would be kind of more your
Geisha?
No, it would be more sort of a larger kid size or very, very small adult size, to be fair.
And they were giving away DVDs, but I didn't want to take them all, obviously. So I just got a couple of Harry Potters.
They probably wouldn't have minded if you had, to be fair.
No, but I don't want to be greedy. And a Shaun of the Dead, because it's classic. And that's basically
that's the lot. That's your lot.
So £20 paid for all of those altogether. I didn't think that was too bad.
So yes, that was the little lot that was from this morning, just your little jaunt out to a charity shop. So we should move on to something that was noticed on eBay, which was yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up yesterday morning, and as always, I check the eBay page on the mobile app, and I noticed that we had negative feedback, and we haven't had a negative feedback, touch wood, for absolutely ages now, and it was showing that it had been left that morning. And it said, this item did not work, the seller is bad, and they knew this, blah, blah, blah.
But they received it back in mid-January.
Yeah, they received it around a month ago, didn't they?
Well, it'd be over a month
Over a
now,
month
so
ago.
it'd be
So
nearly
to get
2
this
months.
feedback, and we'd had no contact or anything from this guy. So I was just like, what? What's this? And I showed you, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then about, I don't know, a minute later, it had vanished.
Yeah. But when you went to the order screen and you pressed on had a look at the actual order itself, it said underneath negative feedback left. But the actual feedback, and I checked it from my own, because I'm signed in as myself on my eBay, because I've got one. So basically I was, I had a look and it had disappeared completely from the shop profile. So we just wondered, have you ever had this experience, and what realistically was the outcome? Have you ever found that feedback has disappeared, and is it because they remove it or it gets removed? What has happened there? It's a bit confusing. Because it was there 1 minute and then all of a sudden it went. So we can either assume that this person left it for us inaccurately, or it stopped working because it was outside of the 30-day return window. They had missed their opportunity to then return it, so they went straight for the negative feedback. Maybe they got it working again because it was something they were doing wrong, or they've only just unboxed it, whatever, and they weren't setting it up correctly or something, and then they were like, oh crap, I've just left them this awful feedback, and removed it themselves.
But it happened within about 5 minutes, didn't it? We noticed it, and then it was gone again.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, we're not complaining because no one likes to get a negative.
No.
Especially when you've had no contact from the buyer and you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, baffled.
Yeah. And the thing is, because it was outside of the return window, obviously it would be too late for them to put, to file it realistically.
Yeah.
But then again, they could have at least messaged, because if if they had messaged, we would have known.
Yeah.
But nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Really, really weird. But yeah. Well, thanks for watching us ramble again.
You.
We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. We're in the office again tomorrow, which is Friday. So we will sort something out for a giveaway for our 850.
For that 850 giveaway that's well in the past.
We have had so much going on, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's been absolutely, how do I put this, horrendous lately.
Yeah.
There's been one thing after another. If it hasn't been anything, that's been stressful, it's just been massively inconvenient. You know how like loads of things come along at once? That's basically what's happened. Yeah.
So we're just looking forward to our lottery win now.
Yeah. Well, I did put the lottery on last night and I won 2 lucky dips.
Oh, lovely.
So you never know, those 2 lucky dips might be lucky. Anyway,
so that's been us. Like, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
Oh, do we have an end of word video? End of word?
end of video word.
End of video word.
The end of video word is
3 hours later.
okay. This is words instead, right? So the words are I've changed my mind, because that's essentially what that person did apparently when they left the negative feedback. So yeah, leave in the comments if you've watched this far. I've changed my mind, right? Because they do it all the time, don't they?
And that'll confuse everybody.
It just confuses people, which is great, isn't it?
And we'll end the video with our cat. Hold on. Hello. Say bye. So see you in the next one. Bye.